What is going on, all you Pokemon collecting maniacs out there? This is Ryan, the PikiPikaPapa, and I can't wait to talk about these three products with you today. I am on absolute fire. I am excited. I know that I have been a little bit of a Debbie Downer when it comes to the Scarlet and Violet era. I haven't been excited about Scarlet and Violet base set. I'm not overly excited about Palladium Evolved, even though everybody's talking about, oh, it might be short printed. I don't care. Forget the noise. I'm telling you right now, you're going to be able to buy those booster boxes and ETBs at normal price for quite a long time, so don't fall into the FOMO of that. But the three products that we're going to talk about today on this video, I am absolutely excited about. Now, you know how we do things in the PikiPikaPapa world. I don't just tell you I'm excited about them, I show you why I'm excited. We do a ton of data, we do a ton of research, and we're going to be leveraging information from a lot of the other videos that I have done, and we're piling them into here to talk about these three specific products and why I think they are going to perform really, really well. Now, with that being said, all of my videos do have a tendency to tie into each other, so if you enjoy the content, if you like my face, if you can stand my annoying voice, hit that subscribe button, and then if you like the content, give us a thumbs up, drop a comment down below. It goes a long way to help the channel out, and again, I love the fact that we can tie everything together, and when something like this happens, we already have reference points that we can look at because we are going to play chess when everybody else plays checkers. Okay, with that being said, let's jump into the first product that I'm really excited about that's coming out later this year, and that is Obsidian Flame. So this was officially announced. We don't even have a logo yet, but it's going to drop on August the 11th. The thing that I'm super pumped up about, it's going to have a Terra Darkness type Charizard in there. Now, the last time we saw a Dark Zard was 2006 EX Dragon Frontiers. Now, listen. Just because there is a Charizard in a set does not guarantee that the set is going to perform well, right? Like we typically see on the third launch in Sun and Moon and Sword and Shield, we had a chase card that was a Charizard. And those two sets have performed very, very different. So let's look at them here. So we have Burning Shadows and we have Darkness Ablaze. Now the thing that I want to call out here is the difference in the Zard chase card, okay? That is the key difference between these two sets. Look at the one from Darkness Ablaze. Okay, it's a cool card. It's a beautiful art. I have one at PSA right now. Fingers crossed it comes back as a 10. But it's just a VMAX, you know? You look at the population report. In PSA 10, there's 12,500 PSA 10s out there in circulation, and the PSA 10 is going for $90. That is not a real chase card, right? And the performance of Darkness Ablaze reflects that. When you look at the rate of return on the far right for Darkness Ablaze, it is pretty much flat. After 31 months of being out in the world, Darkness Ablaze is pretty much flat. When you look at Rebel Clash, which again, wasn't a set that a lot of people were hyped up about, but Rebel Clash has a 13% rate of return. Sword and Shield base set, which we talked about just a minute ago, that has a 21, almost 22% rate of return. Darkness Ablaze is being hindered by the fact that the big quote-unquote chase card in there, that Zard, just isn't all that chase-worthy. Then you look at Burning Shadows. Burning Shadows has this freaking awesome Charizard GX Rainbow Secret Rare in there, and Burning Shadows has outperformed Sun and Moon base set, it's outperformed Guardian Rising, and look at the PSA 10 population. There's less than 800 PSA 10s, and they're going for about $3,200. Even the raw cards are going for $250. Now, when you see something like that, $250 raw versus 3,200 PSA 10, that just goes to show you how much of a premium those PSA 10s have. And even the PSA 9s are at $520. You can buy a PSA 8 for about the same cost as a raw. I mean, if it was me, I'd be buying raws, sending them in and hoping for 9s, right? Because you'll double your money right there. So all I'm saying is this. When I talk about the third set in a series, whether I'm excited about it or not, it depends on the chase card. We know it's going to be a Zard. I have a strong feeling that this Dark Zard is going to be a lot more like the Burning Shadows Charizard GX than it is going to be like the Charizard VMAX from Sword and Shield. So I am putting some acorns away. I'm getting excited about not only buying booster boxes, but let's wait and see what the ETBs are like. Is it going to be a Charizard ETB? Is there going to be another really cool piece of artwork on the outside? I don't know, but I am all kinds of fired up about Obsidian Flames, if you can't tell, and I think the data is going to support a really strong product launch. Okay, now, the next thing I want to talk about is this Pokemon TCG Classic Premium Box Set, okay? Now, we don't have a ton of information on this. We know it's going to drop in late 2023. We know that there's going to be 360 card decks in there. I'm excited. I want to be honest with you, obviously, because I added it to this video. I'm going to buy some. I'm going to buy some for the personal collection. Might buy one for the kids to open. I'm going to buy some as long-term buy and hold. But I don't know if I'm going to go as heavy into this as I'm going to go into, say, Obsidian Flames or the one I'm going to talk about here in just a minute. And it's because I have to be really excited about a product. I'm a very excitable guy. And this artwork, I'm about over this artwork. Like, I get it. It's going to have unique holofoil on it. I know the numbering's going to be different. I know some are going to be new. Some are going to be reprinted cards. Like, yeah, we got Venusaur, we got Blastoise, we got Charizard. Everything that you want is in this set. But the art, man, we've done this artwork to death. So, as excited as I am, like I said, I am absolutely going to buy this. But it is hard for me to get overly excited about kind of the same thing, just being repackaged, redone, slapping a new holofoil on it. And additionally, when I went and I started looking at the data to support similar sets, here's what I came up with. I'm just comparing it to Ultra Premium Collection boxes, right? Now, you have the Arceus, you have the Charizard, you have the Celebrations, and as I always call it, you have the Z and Z from the Sun and Moon set. So when you look at the performance, really out of the gate, all of them came down. Arceus, huge drop. Charizard, we all know the story behind the Charizard UPCs. It dropped. Even the Celebrations product has been on a downward trend for the last year, up until December, right? Coincidentally, you know, we've all been talking about Charizard for the last 3 months, or I'm sorry, Celebrations for the last 3 months, and Celebrations has been on a tear up and to the right. In that regard. Z and Z as well, look at it. It started off coming down. That is one of the reasons why I'm not going to pile in to that, that box set here at the end of the year. Doesn't mean I'm going to buy some. I'm absolutely going to buy some, but I think there's going to be a lot of time for us to see how the product works, to see how the market reacts, and also, where is it going to be available? We've talked in previous videos about hobby versus retail products. Is that going to be a product that we're going to find all over the place? Is it going to be in Targets? Is it going to be in Walmarts? I mean, I swear to goodness, sometimes I find the Charizard Ultra Premium collections in gas stations. Okay, well, that's a bit of an exaggeration, but what I'm saying is, what is the availability? What's the print run going to be like? Is it going to be a hobby exclusive where it's only available at the Pokemon Center, or is it going to be something where we find it all over the place? The Arceus was in GameStop. You can still find them in GameStop today, and the Charizard, they were just everywhere. So we shall see. What I'm saying is this: I'm excited about the product. I'm going to buy the product, but I am not backing up the truck like I am in the first one and this one. You guys know I'm only bringing it up because there have been some new artworks released. The Big Gun EXs have been revealed for 151. Look at that Zard, look at that Venusaur, look at the Blastoise. I absolutely love this artwork. I love the fact, and I talked about this when I first revealed 151 on this channel. I love the fact that this is going to be unique art. It is unique. It does reference the original Kanto region. You can tell that the artwork is based in the same area, but it is not. It is new. It is unique. I love it. I love these EX cards. The other thing that I really love, and this came from TCG Radio, he called out that 2 of the 8 gym leaders from Kanto have already been revealed. What if all 8 are in there? I think they probably will be. I just think it's going to add to the collectivity, the excitement, the nostalgia of this set. So I'm really excited for 151, and as always, let's layer in the math, the history. We talked about this, I don't know, maybe a month ago. We looked at all of the specialty sets and just how they performed in general. I highlight Pogo and Shining Fate simply because they're still readily available everywhere, so take out those rate of returns. But when I think about it, 151 obviously feels Celebrations-esque. I don't know, because it's not an anniversary set. I don't know if it's going to have the same hit power. I don't know if it's going to, you know, have the same oomph that Celebrations has. But when you look at Celebrations, even though you can still, I just bought some more Lance's Charizard boxes at my local Walmart the other day. And even with that, these Celebrations ETBs are still at a 37.5% rate of return, which is just crazy. All of these specialty ETB sets, Hidden Phase, Dragon Magistry, Shining Legends, Celebrations, Champion's Path, all of them are at 30% or more rate of return. Detective Pikachu, there wasn't an ETB for that, so I just used the collector's case that came with that. And again, it is really hard. We talk, and this is kind of like what went through with Scarlet and Violet booster boxes. You know, I did that video on why I wasn't buying it, and a lot of people gave me a ton of reasons as to why I should, why this was going to be different, why it was going to change. It doesn't mean that everything follows the same pattern all the time, but I'm telling you right now, if you are a betting man, if you are a betting woman, if you're a collector, investor, it is really good to follow trends, or at least to make sure that if you are going to believe a product is going to buck a trend, you have a very good reason for that. Now, listen, the other thing I wanted to call out about 151, and really about the specialty boxes too, is that these could have some amazing premium collection products. And I always want to make sure, I'm not just talking about ETBs, I'm not just talking about booster boxes. Like, I want to make sure if they roll out some kind of premium box with an awesome Zard on it, or an awesome Pikachu on it, or any of those big Kanto players that I love, that I have the ability to go in and go after them. I love Black Star promos. I love buying the boxes, ripping the packs, sending the Black Star promos into PSA, hoping to pop some high grades. And I think we're going to have some awesome opportunities with these sets towards the end of the year. So I am still investing in the current market. I am still buying in the current market. I'm still filling out my Poke collection every single month. But as I've said, I am taking a couple nickels at the end of every single week and I'm putting them into a special account that I am not going to touch because I have to budget, I have to plan. The last thing that I want is for an awesome product to get released and me not to have all of the funds that I feel necessary or that I feel like I want to have in order to buy the product, because then you have to be stuck between this rock and hard place. What are you going to do? Are you going to sell some of your current collection? Are you going to, what are you going to do? So anyways, that's what I do. And listen, worst case scenario, let's say that I put all these acorns aside and then these products drop and they fall flat on their face or more information comes out and they just turn out not to be as exciting as I'd hoped. And so instead of taking a large position, I want to take a medium or a small position in them. Guess what? It never hurts to have a couple extra dollars in the bank, because in the poker space, there's always opportunity. We can always find places to spend that money. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys are having an awesome weekend. I appreciate you more than you know. I also want to add this. Listen, I've been getting a lot of questions about Lorcana. Hey, I live in Florida. I am Disney annual pass holder. I have been here for 40 something years. I know all about Disney. I have a lot of thoughts and opinions on that, and I'm going to share that with you soon. And if you made it to the end of the video and you haven't hit the subscribe button, hit that subscribe button. Join the awesome PikiPikaPapa community. I appreciate you guys. Have a good one. Bye, everybody.